Sup guys, it's boy Justin here with our Fantasy Month review. Today we're reviewing the Japanese light novel Overlord Volume 1 The Undead King by Kugane Maruyama with illustrations by Sobin. This goes for 21 US, 20 US, 26 Canadian. This is published by Yen Press. And by the way, gorgeous cover. Gorgeous cover. And there are some illustrations in the book as well. By the way, guys, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and look forward to more Fantasy Month reviews for the month of November. So yeah, lots of illustrations. You even get a map of the Great Tomb of Nasaric, which is the base of the main character. So yeah, this light novel was adapted into an anime, which I saw for season 1 of the anime. Never saw season 2 and 3, mostly because the Blu-rays are so expensive for this series. But yeah, the story for this book series is that it's basically another Isekai, but instead of our main character, traveling to a fantasy world as himself, he's traveled to a fantasy world in his video game character, which is Lord Mamanga, the undead skeleton mage. So the story starts off with our main character, who I think his real name is Satoru Suzuki, which you find out like halfway through the book. That's his real life. Who is basically a virgin office worker who has no family, no friends, whose only joy in life is playing the MMO RPG Yggdrasil, which is one of basically another virtual reality MMO, like in Sword Art Online, for example, or what was the other one? Oh my god, it escapes me. The one that Mr. Medicor liked. Oh, I can't remember, but I saw it like part 1 of that show, not season 2. Okay. Sorry, part 1 of season 2. Season 1, sorry. Oh my god, was it A1 or whoever put out those Blu-rays? 80 bucks for 12 episodes, man. Have half a season. Go screw yourselves. But yeah, so yeah, basically he plays this MMO. He was part of this infamous guild called Algown or something like that. I forgot, man. They say it's the name of the guild so many times, man. You would think I remember. Like I'll probably go to a random page and I would find it, but you would think so. But yeah. So what happens is that he's basically the last member of the infamous guild who's still online, and it's online on the last day of the game of his favorite game being shut down. So he's waiting for his other guild members to show up. Only one person shows up, Hero, who's a slime, because the guild is made up of grotesques, which are monsters. Which there were supposed to be some living. Yeah, they were all monsters. I think by some of the names, you would think some of them would be humans. But yeah, my stupid dog. Doesn't matter if I do it in the morning or night. She's going to bark. I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry to pull DSP. Oh my god. So yeah, he decides to stay on to the last second of his favorite MMO being online when it finally shuts down, and he finds himself actually living inside the body of his video game character, and then he finds out all the NPC guardians of the tomb of his guild base have come to life, and somehow they've been teleported to another fantasy world where from all signs point to him being the strongest in that fantasy world, and he can use all of his spells, all of his magic items, everything, right? And most of the book is him trying to figure out what he can or can't do. What's the extent of the awareness of his NPC guardians, like Albedo, who's the main waifu of the book, which you can see some of his minions here. You have Demiurge Mare, who's a boy. You have this creepy vampire girl, Shaltair. There's the Albedo, the main waifu. Sebus, the old man. There's Aura, the sister of Mare, and there's Cotius, the insect skeleton knight. Sorry, insect armored knight. So yeah, most of the book is, I'm not gonna lie, pretty boring, because most of the book is him talking to himself or talking to his NPC characters. While all that's going on, there are warriors from another kingdom invading, trying to kill villagers to lure out the strongest knight in the kingdom, so they can assassinate him, right? Only for our main character to get involved, because he's trying to make himself famous and lure out any members of the guild that might have come with him to this fantasy world, or any other Yggdrasil players. So yeah, like halfway, it's not till halfway till the book where there's any action at all of this book. That's about 200, and not including the afterward stuff, is like 237 pages. And there are some bonus character profiles, but yeah, the book, I swear to God, was pretty boring until like more than halfway through the point where there's actual action scenes. But the action scenes are basically characters using video game skills. So that's another problem with the game, with the book. Sorry, not the game. Is that they put game lingo, game. Even the people in the fantasy world call up the names of the attacks like they're video game skills, man. It was like a little cringy, but it's what you expect from these kind of books, man. Because these authors probably did not read a lot of fantasy books, probably just played video games. Though I did get a lot of Vampire Hunter D vibes, which the way the writer would describe the world, and the way that people like people's lives on the frontiers, like, some very much gave me a lot of Vampire Hunter D vibes. So obviously the main writer probably did read some fantasy books, the Vampire Hunter D novels. But yeah, there is some problematic stuff in the book, like the customized NPC characters that were made by his guildmates, who very much had very obvious fetishes that we will not talk about. That's very evident if you ever watch the anime. That's another problem with these light novels, is that you're almost better off just not reading the books and just watching the anime, because these light novels not only are these long series, but the books are expensive, and they'll maybe cover an episode or two, like, to the point where, like, I could buy, like, they have the first 3 books at my chapters. I only bought the first one, but I would pay probably $70-80 getting the first 3 books, which is probably what I paid for the first season, and it probably wouldn't even cover the first season. So you're probably, I know as somebody who's a book reader, I should be saying read the books, but like the books are too expensive, and yeah, they're a little cheaper. They're like half the, like, they're like $10 on Google Play Store or whatever. Maybe on Kindle it's about the same. But yeah, it is too expensive for what you're getting, and the book was very much a chore to read, honestly, because nothing happens until like halfway through the book. more than halfway through the book, and even then, it's like, okay, like, yeah, he very much easily dealt with the problem. I do like the main character. It's not a harem anime, even though there is a little bit of a harem, but because he's a undead skeleton king, he has no libido, and even if he did, it's confirmed he doesn't even have a penis because he's just a skeleton, so he can't do any creepy bullshit. So that was kind of a relief. But oh my god, man, I like the book, but it's the thing where I would probably just rather watch the anime, honestly, and that's what I would probably recommend for you guys. Which, by the way, if this video gets at least 5 likes, some decent views, I would say at least 25, I'll do reviews for season 1 and 2. Though I only have the first season physical, I'll probably have to watch the second season online, and they do have the 3rd season at my local anime store, so I might buy that, which they don't do special orders anymore because of the economy, apparently. Go fuck yourself. So maybe I'll review season 3 as well. But yeah, so I'll probably going to watch the anime anyway, but it's just so, you know, it's worth, if I get 5 likes, I know, okay, there are people interested in me reviewing the anime, which would be probably like this, by the way, because I lost my video editing software. So yeah, I did enjoy the book, but it has its problems. It's very slow. Maybe I would have enjoyed the book more if I hadn't watched season 1. But even then, it's like, okay, it's like, I watched season 1. They don't really answer any questions of why he's in this fantasy world. How did he get there? Maybe they answer that in season 2. I don't know. I did like the fact that he's like, if I did find out a way to get back to the real world, would I? What's the point? When I'm a loser there, and here I'm all powerful, like, you know, Overlord, who role played as evil in the MMO, but is role playing as kind of like an anti-hero good guy. He's more like a good guy, but he does like shitty things, not heroic things. So he's kind of an anti-hero, but not really. But yeah, I did enjoy this book, but yeah, I only enjoyed it once things started actually happening, which doesn't happen until halfway through the book. So 5 out of 10. Is it worth reading? I don't know, but beautiful covers, love the illustrations. Yeah, so that's it for this video, guys. I have no idea what my next Fantasy Month review will be. Maybe Lady Death, maybe the Dragonlance graphic novel I picked up. I don't know. But my next book review is going to be The Sleeping Dragon, Book 1 of the Guardians of Flame by Joel Rosenberg from 1983. I read that book during last week when we were waiting for the results of the poll. So yeah, that's it for this review, guys. Peace.